read about this, the author doesn't say, good job, Solomon, slavery, God's good with that. Forced labor, God's good with that. That's not in the text. When God addresses the issue himself, we see his heart. And he says, I'm going to destroy it. That's his heart. I'm going to wreck it. So don't be like Solomon here. You have employees, be generous to them. Treat them well. Take care of them. You have people underneath you that you're in charge of. Treat them well. Treat them right. Take care of them. I was a hard boss. I was in management almost my entire adult life. And I wasn't an easy boss. I had high expectations of everyone who worked with me, worked for me. But man, I tried to treat everyone like I would want to be treated. I tried to be understanding, and I tried to be kind in how I interacted with them. Because those were people that Jesus created, and he created them to be his, not mine. Now, while Solomon has the authority to force workers to do these construction projects, he doesn't have the skill, though, to get the job done. And so he looks outside of Israel for skilled help.
Briefly read one statement. It's in the meeting chat that tonight our membership meeting is being recorded. Our membership meeting is privileged and confidential information, and a private recording of this meeting is strictly forbidden. Failure to abide by this restriction may result in expulsion from our organization.
Cool.
But at any rate, that's we want to make sure that we have this recorded so that anybody who wasn't able to make this upon request can join us and we can view it in total together. But this is, as I said, confidential, and so we can all feel free to speak freely here and know that it's not going to be shared without our knowledge anywhere else. So that's Neil Houdini. Your camera is not on. Can you?
I can't. Your camera? No, my camera's not working. I can't get it to work. But you can hear me though, right?
Yes.
All right. So what I'd like to talk about is there's some serious corruption going on in the musicians union. Mike AVILA had me excommunicated from his church. His church is a cult. A lot of Disney musicians work for or go attend Calvary Chapel Orlando. Mike AVILA, the former president, I had him resign because I've written a musical. I play trombone. My musical is H.G. Wells' The Time Machine musical. If you go to YouTube, you can see the proof. Mike AVILA took me to court over. I tried to get him to pay his own musicians. He is exploiting his own children, and he's gotten away with it for 25 or 30 years, not paying his own musicians. They have said from the pulpit they are growing and they're bigger than ever. Mike had to resign, and then he gave himself a paycheck at his church. The church was started by union musicians. He had me Baker acted over this, and I have proof that everything he said is violated my civil rights. And I would like to see Mike AVILA held accountable. We need 20 people to see him kick him out of the union. I emailed your heads up in international whatever and about all this. There's a recording of me talking to Sam about this, and Sam is defending Mike AVILA, and it's on YouTube. And I emailed the unions up there. I've been emailing the church. No one cares. Jesus Christ says to love and forgive. His church is not offering me forgiveness in any way, shape, or form. This is forgiveness. Tom Harper played trumpet at Disney. Mike AVILA played trumpet at Disney. Davy Jones attends Calvary Chapel Orlando. Jim Derrick attends Calvary Chapel Orlando. There are many, many, many people that know Mike AVILA, and I have 100% proof. I've lived under abuse my entire life, and Mike AVILA took me to court and said, I'm abusing my parents. I have 1.5 years worth of audio recordings. So this man is a narcissist, and I'm tired of he said I was violent, I was going to blow up the church. He said twice under oath before God that there was no threat to the church. The only threat there was is because I wanted him to pay for the church.
Neil, we have 2 minutes. You've gone past 2 minutes. Just one addendum. I was very disappointed that you secretly and illegally recorded our conversation.
This is stand your ground. Stand your ground. I'm standing. Mike AVILA violated my rights. I'm standing my ground against this union. I have that right.
Oh, yeah, you have the right, but you don't have the legal right to illegally record people without their consent.
I am standing my ground. I am standing my ground. I have that right in
You may
Florida.
stand your ground, but your 2 minutes is up.
Right,
Does
and you're not
anybody
going to do
have-
anything. This union is corrupt. This is
Okay,
corruption.
thank you,
The head of
Neil.
the Phil had to step down at the same time when I kicked out Mike. You can see all the proof. My channel, HUL's The Time Machine Musical.
Neil, thank you. If you can still hear me, you're more than welcome to put together your charges clearly stated and get 20 people to sign on with you. That would be great. Thank you very much. Is there anybody else that would like to speak at our membership meeting?
There's something that comes to my mind, but I talked briefly with Madison last night, and everything's kind of escaping me right now because my day's been kind of crazy. So I don't know if Madison, if you have anything there. If not, I will table it till another time. No worries.
I'm sorry. So, Daryl, what was that in reference to? I don't quite understand.
Sorry, it was just at Disney itself, at Epcot in general, and right now nothing comes to my mind. I can't think of it right now, so I will like to just table it. If Madison can think of it, great. If not, I'll just table it to another time.
I think it would be best for the Disney conversation, and I am happy to discuss that again when the board.
Wow,
gets
no
back
one
together.
cares.
I know
No one cares in this union.
Something to do with visibility.
Yes.
At Epcot of our local.
Yep. Okay.
If I may, thank you. I just wanted to just quickly address what just happened for a moment briefly. I just want to remind everyone that we are, as members, we must follow our own bylaws, and therefore the process and the procedures are clearly stated in the bylaws for anything. It can be any reason. And we are, as members, saying we must uphold those and abide by those. So therefore, if Megan, maybe perhaps if there's an opportunity to put in the chat a link to the latest version of the bylaws, I think that would be most appreciated. Understanding that there were 2 short amendments today, that would be fantastic. That is my statement. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. That describes everybody's total rights and resources, for the collective. And there is no example of democracy that's probably greater and more effective for anybody to participate in than what we have here. So bringing things
None of you care. None of you
this.
care. None of you care. None of you care. None of you care about the abuse Mike Avila put me under. None of you.
Yeah, I'd like to speak. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on here.
Yeah.
But I am the treasurer of the union, and I've been a member of the union for over 25 years. I'm not really sure what that was, Neil, or what you're trying to get at. You're just saying basically that, Mike should be kicked out of the union or something. I mean, there's a process for that. And you can look at our bylaws and you can go through that process if you feel that he should be kicked out of the union for some reason. Mike doesn't work for the union anymore, so I'm not really sure what else we could possibly do for you. And I'm also not sure why you're bringing up religious justifications for it as well. That really has no place in our meeting. So I would encourage you to look at the bylaws. And if you feel like Mike has violated one of the bylaws, just follow the process in there. And we'll be more than happy to take a look at it. I certainly am not corrupt, and I certainly don't appreciate being called corrupt. So that's what I have to say. Thank you very much.
I wanted say that was great. Thank you. This is very nice to have a forum like that. I think I wanted to, if we were going to later introduce people or like have a.
He's probably watching TV. It's all good. Okay, Neil Houdini, 30 seconds.
Hey, all. So I wrote a musical, the Time Machine musical by H.G. Wells. I was trying to get Mike Avila to help me with a contract. I want him to pay his musicians. I want him to pay his musicians at church. He exploits his own children. He's gotten away with it for 20 years. He is not paying his own musicians. And there are a lot of union musicians that go here and support. And he also preaches murder. I have video proof. I have video proof. Please watch my videos. I'm just wanting this man to say, yes, we believe in God so much that God can afford a union contract. But none of you are willing to fight for me. You are not willing to fight for me. I am self-taught musician on top of that. I am self-taught. I wrote this entire musical by myself, book, music, lyrics, and orchestration. It's not an easy thing to do. And I need musicians, and I need help, and I want people to believe in me, and I want to believe in you. But this union doesn't believe in me. They believe in Mike Avila. Listen to Sam's phone call. Listen to defend Mike Avila. Listen, I beg of you, and I'm speaking the truth. I've lived under abuse my whole life, and Mike Avila exploited that abuse. I'm trying to seek help from abuse, and I can't get out from under it because people like you guys in the union back a man who literally says it's okay to kill people in Africa for Jesus. Literally, that's what the church literally believes. He should not have been speaking as a union man, president, and as a church leader. He should not have had that. And number two, he needs to start paying his own musicians in his church. There are dozens of men that know about Calvary Chapel Orlando and this church that are Walt Disney World musicians that support this. I want them to say, yes, we need Mike Avila to pay his musicians. We believe in this contract so much that God can provide. God can provide a union contract, but none of you are saying that. None of you. You are telling me to shut up and go away. That's what you're doing.
We've given you more than
I understand.
30
Just
seconds.
shut me
we
up
gave
now.
you a minute and a half. So thank you, Neil. Good luck with your musical. And if you need help contracting musicians, I already offered that help to you. And I offered help to help you find, a place to record. So that is the scope of what we're here to help you with. Did I miss anybody else?